All right, what's up, guys? So we're back here, talk about some Guilty Gear Strive. I just want to, a lot of new people are picking up the game, and if you're checking out the channel, that's great. But I am I play the game, I stream, but I'm a tournament player. I love watching tournaments. I've always been, a big fan of the scene. So I want to just kind of do a quick introduction. Players to keep your eye on, players to watch out here for Guilty Gear Strive, because the coolest thing about this game is getting a lot of new faces, a lot of new people coming in. So you're already familiar, you've been watching, shout out to Big Leff. Big Leff, the God Slayer from Smash. He's been doing work, not only playing, but he's been running events. He's been putting Guilty Gear Strive on his back. He ran like 1,000+ man tournament with his team. So that's a Big Leff. And of course, they need no introduction here, but Sonic as well. Arguably the strongest player in America, in NA right now. They're winning all sorts of stuff, but just showing that you don't need to be a Guilty Gear veteran. You don't need to be a Guilty Gear vet to do work in Guilty Gear Strive. So this video, I just kind of want to shout out I'm going to make a list of 5 people, 5 rising stars, 5 players I want you to check out, keep your eye on, because I feel like these players specifically, they might not have the Guilty Gear background that some other people have, like Fab or Omito or Nage or someone like that, or Obama, but I think they might be able to do work. So let's just start with number 5. This is the original rising star here. So this guy, Nemo, right there on the right. So this guy, Nemo, he's a Street Fighter player. He was known, there was a meme before from R Cap, I believe it was. They called him a rising star because he started doing work in Marvel, but nobody knew that he was a Street Fighter player to begin with. So, he originally was Street Fighter God. He switched to Marvel, and he did a lot of work in Marvel. He was a Marvel God, and now he's picking up Guilty Gear with Guilty Gear Strive. So I feel like he's already been streaming a lot. I feel like the skills are going to carry over, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Nemo is going to do in the Guilty Gear Strive. He plays Faust, by the way. So next up, number 4. This is another Faust player. So this is another Faust player. I actually played this guy. I ran into him in the lobby. I was like, who is this dude? He's amazing. But this player right here is a RF. If you don't know, RF is the best Marvel player in Japan right now. So he didn't get to travel as much as Nemo during the Marvel era, but everyone always said he's the strongest, he's the strongest, he's the strongest. We had Angelic. I know Angelic came to KSB or KVO, and he got washed by RF. And it's just like, damn, this guy RF is a Marvel god. He's, even when like the game kind of died off, he kept playing. His team is like untouchable. It's super cheap right now. But, since Marvel's kind of dying, he wanted to try and find a new game. So this guy RF here, picking up Guilty Gear Strive. I fought him. He's a beast. So that's number 4. Keep your eye on this guy. Number 3. So this guy, if you've been around, I mentioned Sonic. If you found Sonic and their adventures around, you're definitely familiar with this guy. Of course, Big Dogra right here. This is a staple on the Dragon Ball FighterZ tour. A lot of people, their first experience with him was on the Dragon Ball FighterZ, the World Tour. Every season he qualified. Every season he made it to the finals. He did a lot of work. But what some people don't know is he's actually a Street Fighter player before that. He still plays Street Fighter. He runs Seth right now. But way back in Street Fighter 4, he had a mean, a dictator. He played Bison, right? So this is an OG. He's an OG. But yeah, we've seen he can excel at multiple games. He even played Tekken. He's got a mean Devil Jin in Tekken. But he played a lot of different games. He picked up Guilty Gear Strive. And I feel like this might be a chance for him, to break in to the Guilty Gear scene. Now, number 2, this is a real treat. This guy disappeared. This was a fan favorite. This guy disappeared. He came back just last week. He just announced his return. Ready? He's not from Japan, but still, this is a rising star. Of course, talk about Latif here. So Latif, if you guys don't know, this was the Crimson Viper legend, right? So if you don't know, Crimson Viper, very technical character, very hard character, very high execution. A lot of people could not play this character well, except for this guy Latif. I don't know how he got this kind of execution, but he was, one of the best players in America during Street Fighter 4. The best Sea Viper. He played her in Marvel too a little bit, right? I think he played a little bit of Marvel as well. But Latif disappeared after Street Fighter 4 ended. He didn't like Street Fighter 5, so he disappeared. He's been hitting the gym. He's pretty buff, but he came back. He's back in the fighting game community, and he's going to pick up Strive. So he played a technical game like Street Fighter 4, high execution, high speed game. I think those skills, especially a character like Sea Viper, could probably carry over in the Guilty Gear Strive. So watch out for Latif. And now number 1, this is I can't believe this, but this is probably the player I expect to make the most waves. He's already been making waves. Since Strive came out, he's already been making waves. His stream is blowing up. His channel's blowing up. He might even win something. We'll see. But look at this. This dude right here. Kazanoko. Look at that. Capcom Cup champion. 2015, the champion right here. $120,000. He beat Daigo. He beat Momochi. He beat everybody with the wake-up jab. So Kaz is a beast, right? This is kind of his breakout onto the scene right here. That was a ton of money. $120,000. That's more money than anybody had ever seen in the FGC. You know, after his success with Street Fighter, he played Street Fighter 5 a little bit, but I'll admit his Street Fighter 5 career wasn't as good as the Street Fighter 4 career. But then he also switched to, I don't want to go into it, but look at that. It's another rising star. But yeah, he was a monster in Dragon Ball FighterZ after. You know, we have Sonic, we have Dolgra, we have Kaz. I think a lot of Dragon Ball fighters are moving over. Obama's right. I think these Dragon Ball FighterZ players, they might have a chance in Strive. It might be their game. But yeah, definitely got for Kazanoko. I expect this guy, you know, just bursting on the scene, rising up there. This might be his game. We shall see. Can he? He's got to prove the haters wrong, though. Right? They said it. They said a Street Fighter player could never win in Guilty Gear. They said a Skullgirls player could never win in Guilty Gear, and then Sonic showed up. Just keep your eye. We'll see what's happening. But yeah, that's it. Just want to share. So those are, if you're new, a lot of players, you don't know who to check out. Those are my 5 recommendations. New on the scene. You know, they have a bright future ahead of them. They could definitely make some waves, or they could fizzle out. We don't know, but those are my picks. So let me know. Let me know. Do you agree with me? Did I miss anybody? Are there any rising stars here in Guilty Gear Strive that we should look out for? I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the future of this game. You know, instead of having the same people every tournament, you know, playing the same characters in the same game, I love this new, fresh start, all these new faces, all this new stuff. I'm looking forward to the future. But like always, thank you for watching. Leave a comment, and I'll see you next one. Peace.